Hello, it's a weekend, and once again you're on Citi TV. This is Politicos. I am Umaru Sanda Amadu. This week, 3 persons were jailed: a radio host and his panelists, as well as directors of a station who have been fined what has been described as very harsh. The reactions are coming in thick and fast. There are calls for the president to pardon these individuals. Is he going to do it? Ministers are even signing. We'll find out more when we come back. So they were first convicted and then they were sentenced 4 months. In addition, they're paying 10,000 Ghana cedis, or in default, serve an extra 1 month in prison. Some have described it as very harsh. Others said it's satisfying enough for the comments they made against justices of the Supreme Court. What are the issues coming out from that? We've heard of vigils that have been held. We've heard about radio stations that have been shut down in solidarity, and so on. Fred Djabanor is a man who goes to the court. He has followed this case from the beginning to the end. An expected end it was, Fred?
Expected, depending on where you sit. Expected for people who believe that some punishments, severe punishments need to be meted out to such people. And not expected to people who believe that the Supreme Court was too harsh, or were too harsh, the justices were too harsh on this individual. So really expected, it depends on where you stand.
I watched social media, and the general view I gather from that is that people thought it was okay for them to be sentenced, but they thought the 4 months and an additional 10,000 Ghana cedis was rather too harsh. When these gentlemen appeared before court for the sentencing, and subsequently after they were sentenced, what was the mood like? Was there a mood swing, or was something that they were expecting? Because they were given some time to figure it out and actually know that they will be sentenced.
Before the sentencing, when they came into the courtroom, they looked quite excited. They had smiley faces, or speaking to people, shaking hands with people. I don't think these 3 gentlemen expected this kind of sentencing. But right after the Supreme Court justices pronounced their sentence, you realize that their demeanor changed. All of a sudden, you could see a demeanor of disappointment, sadness. People who just couldn't believe that they're going to go into prison for 4 months. It wasn't something they expected. So really, they were not happy per their looks. And
immediately there were reactions. So the NDC as a party has been reacting to the issue. Supporters of the party have been reacting, even ministers of state. If you could walk us through what were the immediate reactions after
So Sanda, let me start from the court. The reactions from the court. Right after the sentencing of these 3 people, they had a group of supporters who had come in to support them. They were numbered about 40 or 50 people, about 40 or 50 people standing just close by the Bank of Ghana car park. Most of them were chanting, "No Mugabe, no station." Some of them also said that no Mugabe, no vote.
And Mugabe is the host.
Exactly, he's a Master Sali for the host of the show. They were saying that without Mugabe, they're not going to vote for the NDC. There was an NDC vehicle, which passed with the photos of President Mahama on it.
NDC branded vehicle?
Yes, the NDC branded vehicle with the pictures of President Mahama on it. As soon as the vehicle passed, you could see that the crowd started hooting at the vehicle.
And then subsequently at the radio station itself, shortly before they went off air, an announcer called on the people to come and converge on the radio station premises.
Exactly.
And then they shut down subsequently.
Exactly.
And then
whilst the people were at the Supreme Court, the announcer put out the announcement that the people or supporters of the station and these 3 gentlemen should come and mass up in front of Montie FM. So they obliged. They went there that evening. By the time they got to the place, Radio Gold and Montie FM, which both belong to Network Broadcasting Limited, were all shut down for 24 hours.
And this was deliberate, so it was the station's deliberate decision to shut down in solidarity with the sentenced or the incarcerated, not necessarily because of a superior authority, say NCA, shutting them down, right?
No. I'm speaking to some sources within Network Broadcasting Limited. We are told that they shut the radio stations down in solidarity of this 3 people.
Now, within government and the governing party, what has been happening?
Not long after, later on in that evening, that particular day, the evening of that particular day, the NDC released a statement saying that they were disappointed at the sentences meted out to these three gentlemen. According to the NDC, they thought the 4 months given to these three gentlemen was too harsh. And they are saying that once the people apologized, then they showed remorse. They thought that a custodial sentence wasn't needed. And
then a petition or a book was, opened for people to come and sign, collecting signatures for the president to do what exactly?
Yes, not long after the NDC released their statement, the lawyers of the three came out saying that they were going to petition the president to release these three people. They wanted him to activate the Article 72 of the Constitution, which gives him power to do that. Some few hours later, there was a book opened at Montie FM where signatures were being collected in order to get the president to release these three people. And we had senior government officials coming in to sign. We had a former
Deputy Chief of Staff,
and now in charge advisor of policy at the presidency, Valerie Soya, coming to sign. We had a Deputy Communications Minister, Felix Ofusu, coming to sign. We had Deputy Education Minister, Okudeto Ablakwa, coming to sign. And a Minister of State, the Minister of Tourism, also coming to sign.
And now we are hearing that there's a video coming up to be addressed by Mezes Kwesi Pratt Jr., the Minister for Sports, Neil Ante van der Poel, a number of others. And this one is a video that has been held in solidarity with the Montie 3. But do we know if the Montie 3 guys have been sent to Nsawam or Akuse, or which prison?
As the last time I checked, the three gentlemen were in Nsawam prisons.
Thank you very much. Fred Djabanor is our court reporter, and he was bringing us up to speed on the Montie 3 saga. They have long been jailed 4 months, with an additional 1 month if they fail to settle the 10,000 fine that accompanied that. There are people agitating on the street. There are vigils being held in their honor. A book is being signed. The president is being requested to exercise his prerogative of mercy and free these gentlemen. Well, that's how we end this edition of Politicos here on Citi TV with me, Umaru Sanda Amadu. Thank you so much for viewing. Do join us again, same time next week here on Citi TV.